Chapter 5. Silence is the ultimate flex. Approx 1,000 words, 8 minutes of spoken audio. Loud confidence is fragile. Quiet confidence is lethal. That's the truth most people never understand, because they've been taught that noise equals power, that shouting your success means you're successful, that being heard means you're respected. But the truth? Real power moves in silence. Real confidence doesn't announce itself, it radiates. The loud try to prove. The calm already know. And that's the difference. That's the key. When you walk into a room, power doesn't come from volume. It comes from presence. It comes from how still you are when everyone else is performing. Because stillness signals certainty. Noise signals insecurity. The one who doesn't need to prove anything already owns the space. That's what silence does. It commands attention without asking for it. You have a choice. You can chase attention or you can attract it through restraint. And restraint is the highest form of discipline. Look around. Most people can't stand silence. They rush to fill it. They talk endlessly, defend constantly, explain unnecessarily. Why? Because they're uncomfortable with their own presence. They're afraid that silence exposes their uncertainty. But the disciplined? They use silence as a weapon. When you're calm, you force others to reveal themselves. When you're quiet, you make people show their hand. When you don't rush to respond, you make them wonder what you're thinking. That's silent dominance. It's not aggression, it's control. The loud lose, the calm conquer. Think of the great leaders, the true warriors, the real alphas. They don't need to raise their voice, because their energy speaks louder than words. Their discipline speaks before they do. When a general walks into a room, he doesn't need to announce his rank. Everyone feels it. When a master fighter enters the ring, he doesn't brag. He studies, he waits, he moves when it matters. Silence isn't weakness, it's patience sharpened into power. The one who talks least often knows most. The one who speaks last often wins, because silence creates leverage. You don't need to shout your worth, you just need to live it. Here's the truth. When you're loud, you give away information. When you're quiet, you gather it. And in life, information is power. Every time you talk, you tell people what matters to you. Every time you react loudly, you reveal your emotions. Every time you argue, you show them your weak points. But when you're silent, they guess. And guessing makes them respect you or fear you. That's strategy. That's strength. Stillness is your shield. Silence is your sword. Let's talk about what silence really does. It gives you control of the frame. When everyone else is emotionally charged, you stay composed. When others fight for attention, you sit in command. You dictate the energy of the room by refusing to match chaos. That's called emotional leadership. People follow the one who doesn't flinch. They trust the one who doesn't panic. They respect the one who doesn't react. You don't need their permission to be calm. You don't need their validation to stay composed. You just need discipline. Because silence is not the absence of power, it's the proof of it. Think about it. The ocean doesn't make noise when it's deep. Only shallow water splashes. The same goes for people. Empty minds make the most sound. Disciplined minds move quietly, deliberately, effectively. The most dangerous people in the world are calm, because calm means control. Calm means calculation. Calm means you can't be baited into emotion. You can't manipulate someone who refuses to react. That's the power of silence. The loud lose. The calm conquer. Now, let's make this practical. Start practicing silent dominance daily. When someone disrespects you, don't rush to defend yourself. Just look at them. Hold eye contact. Stay calm. Silence unsettles the undisciplined. When people try to provoke you, don't give them the reaction they want. Just breathe. Wait. Let the moment pass. That's not weakness. That's control. That's you mastering your emotions while they lose theirs. And when someone asks for your plan, your next move, your personal life, stay private. Because not everything deserves exposure. Silence builds mystery, and mystery builds respect. You don't need to explain your every step. You don't need to justify your growth. You don't need to announce your progress. You just need to execute quietly and let results speak. Here's what silence gives you: clarity, focus, energy. When you stop wasting words, you start building momentum. Every word unspoken becomes a unit of discipline saved. Every reaction you don't give becomes strength reinvested. You protect your energy when you protect your silence. You start noticing things you used to miss. You start thinking before speaking. You start seeing through the noise. And when you finally speak, your words hit like lightning, because silence gave them weight. That's how true leaders speak. Less often, more impact. Let them talk. Let them show off. Let them overshare. You stay silent. You stay focused. You stay dangerous. Because silence doesn't mean you have nothing to say. It means you don't need to say everything. You've already learned. Stillness is strategy. Silence is control. And control is power. It's not about being passive. It's about being precise. It's not about holding back. It's about knowing when to release. You don't need to move fast. You need to move right. You don't need to shout. You need to be felt. So from now on, stop proving. Stop announcing. Stop explaining. Be the storm they never saw coming. Be the presence that commands without speaking. Be the calm that makes noise irrelevant. The loud lose. The calm conquer. Silence is the ultimate flex, and discipline is the real show of strength. Transition. You've mastered the silence. You've learned that true power doesn't need noise. It only needs control. But there's another side of mastery, learning to move with purpose while others drift aimlessly. You've learned to pause. Now it's time to plan. Because once you're quiet, your next move must be intentional. Next chapter, chapter 6, move with purpose, precision over pressure.